Six guy, he a visionary.
The statement. There's nothing else. It's like if he asks to continue his statement, then fine. But sit down and stop interrupting, Mr. Matthews.
Yeah, it got testy in there. But there's a theory that's sweeping YouTube right now that I might agree or might disagree. It'll play at the end, but check out these clips, please. Highlights of the day. They won't be back until next Monday.
I'm trying to answer the question.
Okay. I'm asking you about Amazon Life again.
So I committed crimes by being a part of YSL. So by me committing crimes by being a part of YSL, that was basis to say that YSL was a gang. Because...
Wait a minute, I'm sorry.
Your Honor, I think he's finished already, so were you done?
Amazon Life.
Hear more.
Mr. Stephens, what colors are associated with Young's Line Life? Again.
all colors.
Mr. Stephens, would you do me a favor and tell me, you ever heard the word snitch?
Yes.
And what does the word snitching mean to you?
Excuse me, Miss Lowe. Madam in the black, get rid of your gum. Remove yourself from my courtroom and get rid of your gum.
Go to a different part of Zone 3.
So then, when you said that 30 Deep is a place, a neighborhood, and it's not something you ever refer to as that place, where are you getting from that it's a neighborhood or a place?
Because that's where they was known out of the area.
They. Who is the they that you're referring to?
The 30 Deep that you, the 30 Deep.
So 30 Deep is a group of people.
Yeah.
It's a gang?
I don't know.
Okay. But Demekion Darlington was 30 Deep.
Yes.
Was Demekion Darlington 30 Deep?
That was his Instagram handle, yes.
How often would you say that you associated with Demekion Darlington?
Rarely.
How often?
Rarely, I'm sorry. Rarely.
How often did you associate with Jeffrey Williams?
Often. A lot.
Did you also associate with Walter Murphy?
Often.
How often did you associate with Shannon Stillwell?
Often.
Now, when you were speaking about on the way to the compound, you talked. Did you understand what the court said?
Yes.
And what did you understand it being your choice to mean?
That it should come from me.
Did the court say anything to you about whether or not it could be your attorney's choice?
No.
Did the court make clear that it had to be your choice and not your attorney's choice?
Yes.
Did you understand that?
Yes.
So, did you agree with what your attorney said about entering into this agreement being in your best interest?
Yes.
And did you have an opportunity to correct things that you saw were incorrect as part of this agreement?
Yes,
And did you make corrections when asked to agree or disagree with parts of this document?
not these initial questions. So I was given 2 sets of questions. I received those questions on the 27th.
Were
And
changes made to the initial sets of questions that you were given?
the first set of questions,
Yes, were changes made from the time you were given the initial set to the time you were given the final set?
yes, it was a complete change.
And were those changes reflective of conversations you had had with your attorney who then conversed with the state?
Hold on. Was my changes, one more time, I'm sorry.
Did the final document reflect changes that you discussed with your attorney who then conveyed that information to the state?
Yes, but without my permission, I didn't tell her to do that.
So the yes part, is the yes part to my question about whether it reflected the changes that you talked about?
Yes,
Okay. So the final document is reflective of changes that you discussed with your attorney. Is that an accurate statement?
can you break down the question more for me?
Because you brought him in to help your case, and then he's flipping the script on you, and he's not helping at all. But like Tyler says, the fact that he's not cooperating is helping, actually, because it shows the extensive nature and the pervasiveness of Young Thug's slime life, because they're controlling him. Somebody got to this guy. It's clear, and the jurors are going to look at that, and somehow it is going to help prosecution. Even though this direct seems like a disaster, it is helping, at least for me right now, because it's ridiculous, the fear in this man right now.
So I ain't gonna hold you. She advocated for this man to go to prison. But y'all gotta remember, she's a former prosecutor. So that's like me. My favorite team is the Yankees. And I'm sitting up here commentating on stuff. And next thing you know, I see the Yankees playing and I had to speak on them. You think I'm gonna say something that's crazy about the Yankees? Not gonna happen. So let me help y'all out real quick. Does what she say hold a little weight as far as the opinion and what's going on? Very true. But somebody has to tell me, where is the lies from your man Tick? Where? I'm just curious. There's a nugget that he dropped actually that is not pro Young Thug. She asked that man, what colors represent YSL? He said all colors. Why is it all colors? Well, because they said red and green was the official colors of YSL, but they try to say that Lifestyle was a gang music video, but the predominant colors were red and black. You can't dispute that. And him saying all the colors are actually, how can I say this the left way? Are all of them, because YSL also has Crips in there. Then what he actually did was helpful to Young Thug that could actually get him arrested. He's not actually hurting the case, in my opinion. I disagree with that he's hurting the case. I don't really think he's doing anything towards the case. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't see it. I see it more pro versus more anti, right? Now, some people are going to say, well, he meant that he's a gang member. It's not illegal to be a gang member. I hope y'all know that. There's nothing illegal about being a Crip or Blood or anything like that. There's nothing illegal about that. What's illegal is doing crime, and y'all all doing a crime in the name of the gang. That's in California. That gets you gang enhancement. You know, you're doing something while you're a quote-unquote gang member, and it helps out the gang. So there's that. But other than that, bruh, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. He's actually answering the questions as truthfully as he can. Now, is he being slick? Absolutely. But he's not being combative. See, that's the part right there where, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, where I would believe that he's hurting the case. That's my opinion. So anybody who says differently, that's cool on them, but I don't believe that he's hurting the case that much, because what has he done? The worst thing that can happen to him right now is that they revoke his plea deal and they tell him, you know what, you got to go sit it down for 8 years. Now, here's something that people can say, bro. Man, he looks scared as hell up there, bro. He looking like, if I say anything that Young Thug gonna disagree with, it's off with my head type of stuff. But he also admitted, bro, that he still stays on Cleveland. So them saying that somebody got to him, I mean, who are you trying to say? Because one thing that the lady pointed out, and I hope Brian still brings it up in his cross-examination, is what time did you meet me? What time did the DA want to meet you without your lawyer? You see, those things. Trust and believe. If you're saying, and I can see why, that Young Thug, it looks bad for Young Thug and stuff like that and everything like that as far as tick goes, I get it. But we have to judge this day by day. So I'm going to just say this. I don't see him hurting or helping. He's kind of helping it a little bit. And the DA knows that because she's trying to catch him up. Who the hell can remember a car ride going to see a Lil Wayne concert 8 years ago? The exact conversations. None of y'all. So I don't even want to hear that BS that she trying to run with, bro. What she's doing, and it's actually, in my opinion, pissing off the jury, is she's sitting up here saying the same damn question about 3 or 4 different times. And she was smart. She would have did exactly what she was doing, but she wouldn't have stopped there. Hey, right here, you're saying that YSL is a gang, right? All right, cool. Who all is in YSL right in here? Boom, that's it. Those gang signs that you're throwing up right there, do they represent blood? He already admitted to it, so you can get him to admit to it again. All she has to do is paint Young Thug as a gang member. But allowing that man to flat out say, hey, I did crimes while I was in YSL, but it wasn't in furtherance of YSL, that's basically destroying the RICO. I had to ask all of y'all this simple question, bro. Do y'all really believe these niggas was taking orders to make YSL a gang? Or do y'all really believe these niggas just represented YSL and they just wanted to act like they was tough? And just so happened to be that. Because everything that I'm hearing, bro, and everything that I believe, I don't think them niggas was organized at all. Because if they were organized, niggas wouldn't even copped out to these plea deals at all. And if they would have copped out to the original plea deals, not the one that got your dumb ass sitting there a year later, basically talking about testifying against your people. But subscribe, turn on the bell, stay notified, share to keep your people aware. I'll catch you on the next one. We got some videos dropping tomorrow too.
What's really hood when I'm through the hood? Nothing be said, we got it overstood. The team fed, yeah, it's really good. Put that on everything, bro, you're never good. What's really hood when I'm through the hood? Nothing be said, we got it overstood.